I don't want to show my ticket Vegas. What's up, y'all? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? I can't wait till I get my face back. Ooh, I think I'm about to get my face back. I'm gonna explain how. I think it's working now. Let me get my looks back. Let me call in spirit. I don't know who's gonna come out on this live. I don't know. But once I'm done, like yesterday I did X first and then came on YouTube. Today they told me, I'm guided to come on YouTube first and then go to X because, we gotta go and pull up somebody. We gotta embody somebody. So let me see. See if we can do this. Bring this up here. Where's my stuff wet right here? Y'all, I think that's water. I had a bottle of water. Trying to get the. Let's see. I'm gonna see if I can embody in the bed. I don't have to go down on that ground. I know that's being lazy, yeah. But I don't want to go down to the ground. I'm gonna see if can I get it in the bed because the bed is low. So the bed is low. Y'all, let me give y'all a hint. You're going through if you're going through spiritual enlightenment or you've been called to do it, make a pad on the floor. The lower you on the floor, the less rods is attached. It's different. It's like it helps your rods. It helps deattach your rods if you're laying on a pallet of the floor. Um, I did it in the, really I did it. Let me tell you how God did it. Since 2020, 2020 I really did have a bed. I had a bed in my apartment. But the other apartments, I was mattress. I was mattress on floor. So God made it look like, okay. That's why I said, man, y'all, I'm gonna tell you, God a mess, bro. I'm gonna tell y'all different things like God is a mess. God can really make things happen. That's the part. Oh, there's a sunflower seed. I'm fasting, but I can't have sunflower seeds. Everybody be like, why are you so addicted to sunflower seeds? Sunflower seeds can actually help with evil intentions. It can repel. For the last couple of days, especially when I was in the hospital, I was craving for it real bad. Yesterday, I really wanted it. I really wanted it. I did not go to bed until I got some sunflower seeds last night. So, let me see. And my nose is running, y'all. Hold on. Hold on, y'all. My nose is running. That means it's going to be a powerful live when my nose runs. Hold on. Hold on. Trying to do, because I don't have my stand. I don't have my stand. I don't have my stand. I think that's good enough. I'll check out my bag. My nose run. It's about to be powerful. All right. So we're gonna start off today. We're gonna start off with because today equals 23. We're gonna break it down again. Okay. God's number today is 23. Hold on. That Jada Youngin, huh? 23, the 23 lifestyle, huh? They're gonna be like, yo, Queen, how you know all these rappers? Like, how do you know all this music? How do you know all these lyrics? Yeah, I'm be honest with you. I didn't know I knew all these lyrics. I'm serious. I didn't know. I'm be honest with you. When I was married, my husband used to play music all freaking times, and he used to, like, when I was used to date him, I used to hate it because he used to play loud music and stuff. And I'm like, yo, the neighbors. And then I was always a type of person. In my younger days, I always moved with a younger man that's next door, and he always was pumping music, and I hated that shit. So I don't know where did I start liking music this much. Like I didn't know I was such a hip hop head. You know, I knew I was a Wayne fan. I always was a Wayne fan. I was a Cash Money fan. I knew anybody from Louisiana I supported. I knew, you know, P fan. I never really was an East Coast fan. I really wasn't a West Coast fan either. You know, Tupac, you know. Tupac was Tupac, you know. I just thought Tupac couldn't die. And he died. I'm like, you know, I'm just speaking while I'm waiting on people. I just really thought that when Tupac got shot in 1996, right? I remember that. I remember this to my day. It was like, I was living in Houston at the time, and I was so homesick. And I remember when I heard it, and I was like, yo, that nigga got shot 5 times. He gonna live again. I think I was in school when that happened. No, that night, I had to go to school or something. Did I go to a football game? A Southern football game? And I think I found out the next morning. And that was crazy. I'm just talking. That was like the last time I saw one of my good childhood friends, because I saw him at a Southern game, and by the spring of 97, he was dead. Or it was 98. I think it was 98. Okay. I've got some people in. I'm just talking. Just talking. So today, it's 23, right? Yeah, numerologically, it's number 23. We had number 23 again. So, I mean, got it to go back to Psalms 23. Because I was like, wait a minute, go back to 23 when you was at the river. So 23, and all this is gonna add up, y'all, because I'm about to tell y'all what happened to me yesterday up until right now. Okay, so Psalms 23 goes into, y'all, everybody, yo, she's talking about the Bible. Let me put my ass out. She's not talking about dogging a black person out. She's not talking about Charles and Netta. She's talking about God. Here we go, man. I did not just go to church, bro. But I'm just doing what God tells me to do. You know what I'm saying? But Psalms 23 yesterday, right? Remember, I'm doing all this for a reason. All right, so the Lord is my shepherd. I shall not want. He makes me lie down in the green pastures. Didn't I tell you? Last Wednesday, he laid me down in a sugarcane field, right? He leads me beside still waters. Did he lead me to the Mississippi River yesterday? He restores my soul. Didn't I tell you he restored my soul? Didn't I tell you this? He leads me to the path of righteousness for his name's sake throughout this whole 7 years. Man, I have to... If I have to channel God, I think God's gonna tell you I was one of the hardest to convert. I was one of the hardest. Yo, twin flame, don't be. I know you're gonna be coming in here in a minute. Don't be looking at my boobies, cause I know you're gonna be coming in here. Um, I hear it. Yeah, because I'm natural. Yeah, wait. Before I go back into that, yo, I know when songs are sort of directing to the queen, and then I know songs are not directed to the queen. But that Big Sean new song with the Alchemist, yo, that's Black Love. I love it. I love it. He says, I want that love forever. Like, yo, I hope y'all stay together. Like, show Black Love. Like, yo, I like how you showed out that ring like forever. I know that was about your queen. Like, that's Black Love. Like, that's real true love. Like, I'm like, yo, that's fire. And then the Alchemist with it. Oh, Big Sean, that was a good. I heard you. I heard you in that song, man, for real. I liked how the Alchemist came. It was like a good combination. With the Alchemist and Big Sean. I would never think to use the Alchemist and Big Sean. Now, before we go back into Psalms 23, I'll be honest with y'all. Young and Ace. If I was you, it's time for you. Okay, let me be real with you. I'm gonna be real. Because I don't know y'all watching this or not, because my numbers are fucked. All right, so the real, let's be real. Let's be real with this, because that yesterday I had like 30 or 40 people watching. Today I have 0, right? I know people probably coming from church. They eating a Sunday meal. Yo, I'm so hungry. Can anybody help? Like, Winkley, I so happily will take a cheeseburger today, and I'll simply pay you back on Tuesday for a cheeseburger. But I can't eat until after 6 anyway. But I'm just letting you know. Anybody? I had to go and get a bra. Oh. Anyway, y'all. I'm being goofy. Please do not take me serious. I'm being goofy right now. I'm being funny. Oh, it's raining. You miss me? Y'all, when it rains, I miss that for being with somebody. When it rains, and you really with that special somebody in the rain. Y'all seeing my looks changing? We're going to talk about this in a minute. My looks is changing, definitely on camera. Ain't this crazy? I'm going to talk more about it in a minute. I'm just waiting on people. So what I was talking about, because I'm just wasting time. Okay. Young and Ace, I'm going to be real with you. I've been following you in your story. Really, when I was going through that depression, God like set me down, and that's when I started learning about drill music. That's when, how did I find out about drill music? And we're gonna go back to 23 in a minute, okay? Let me let spirit run it now, because people gonna think I'm bipolar. So let me let spirit run it. I'm not gonna fight spirit. So Young and Ace, I think when I was going, like, God laid me down so I can start doing research on drill music. Okay. I didn't really pay attention to drill music. I didn't really listen to the lyrics until God laid me down and I was ill, and I started listening to the lyrics. And then from there, I'm noticing all these deaths of young black men. I'm noticing deaths of black men, like from 14 years old up into 23. And it looks like the prime, you're like you and Fulio, 26 years old, right? That looks like that's your prime. That's your age. Like you go past 26, you made it, right? So then I start questioning things, and I'm like, so I'm starting researching. I'm like, well, how are y'all getting these high tech guns in the inner city? You know, and I'm thinking, well, how did they get cracked? How did they get all this in the urban areas? Because there is no 14 or 15-year-old just can just go to a gun show. You know what I mean? Then I'm listening to all y'all drill rappers. Now, the ones that I picked yesterday, those are the rappers that are actually reading from the, like they're speaking from the spirit. Some of y'all are not speaking from the spirit. That means some of y'all are not meant to be rappers. Um, I picked the Real Tiny because I can hear his spirit. He had a message. You know what I mean? I picked BBGD because he has a testimony. Like he was in drill. He got his lip blown off. And I really think once he gets on, his whole face is gonna get fixed. But he has now he's starting something totally different, a new genre. I don't know, new genre, a new genre of rap. Okay, so I can call this not I call that faithful rap. I think like it's not Christian, it's faithful rap. It's him being faithful. So that's why I chose BBG. That's why um I chose the Real Tiny. You know, Snug, I chose him. Like, come on, man, that sound there, oh my God. Like, Snug's sound is like, it reminds me of 1997, 98 rapping. Like, it reminds me of that, but it's just so good. Like, his voice his range. Like, I can hear all this. I don't know how I ended up with all this, but I don't know. So that's why I picked Snug, right? But with you, Young and Ace, the reason why I picked you, because I saw you you captain this shit. You captain this shit with Jacksonville. I saw, like I said, I start questioning how these young men, you know, are dying. Who's getting the money off y'all streams? Who's getting the money? Who's getting the insurance money? You know, y'all showing that y'all doing sacrifices. And I'm gonna be honest with you, Young and Ace, you have done so many sacrifices to a point that you can be at the upper echelon. Let's just be real. You should be up there. You should be with a major label, right? I think the problem is they got you with too much shit. Now, I'm trying to talk this in a very way. So, I think they made some promises. Promises was, this is what Spirit is saying on me. They gave you a whole lot of promises, and promises was made. Each sacrifice you made, there was a promise. Okay, so now it's time for you, when the feds come, because they're coming, because I see the whole thing coming. I'm gonna be honest with you. This is what I would do, and I'm gonna do it quick. Man, I've already put it out there. I guess I'm the Clarence Abram, but I'm the broke Clarence Abram, because again, I only have $5 in my pocket. Let's just be real. I think Metro Boomin, Kanye, somebody needs to get together and do a 6ix9ine remix of your song. There's 2 6s. Who are you talking about? Another thing is, when they come, you better start. But look, forget about, you know, they tell you don't snitch. Look, I'm gonna be honest with you. What I saw, and I did the research between you and Fulio, one record company is making money for his shit for the rest of his life, and they did an insurance policy. Another record company is making money because your streams went up to the hill. And then when I brought you back last week, that's why I know my numbers are beyond what it said is. Your numbers went up again. So now you number 90 again. You trending again. I suggest somebody, if they're willing to they help get rid of this this group, or not, I'm not gonna say them. Okay, let me vanilla it. Let me vanilla it. Somebody that was in the beginning of the Kanye beef, with the Drake beef, like I said, Metro Boomin, shit, the Weeknd, um, all y'all. I think some of y'all need to go and do that remix and make it a 6ix9ine remix. I do believe that Young and Ace, that during this time you need to go ahead and start telling. I think that's the reason why I go into what Kanye had and Fried in the visualizer. People gonna start running. I think a lot of people need to start because a lot of people about to get hit with some shit. I think some of y'all need to go and start making deals and start telling, because that will bring down the industry. And maybe that'll bring somebody up that's ready, that deals with God and not deal with the devil. Start telling y'all truths, man. How can I beat the contract of the darkness contract? How can I beat darkness contract? You gotta start confessing your sins. So I did put that this morning. I really look. I'm giving all of these. Yo, I could be making money, but I know my money's coming. I'm making too much sense in this. I think somebody needs to go and make a 6ix9ine remix with Young and Ace. But moving on, I talked about that today. I was talking about 23. Yeah, we in 23, right? I was like, man, let me talk about God. God had me running and doing things in real time, right? So I told y'all, like, and I'm going back to 23. 23 is a master number, right? It's all about, it's your franchise player, right? So and like I said, man, God in these last 12 days, he had me do the same, all this in 23. I'm like, he restored my soul, right? But I said, oh, I was on the path of righteousness. Y'all just don't know the half of my path of righteousness. Y'all don't know the half of my, yo, don't look at my teddy bears. Y'all don't know the path of righteousness. Like, man, God called me like 7 years ago, y'all. And I didn't know he was calling. I didn't know he was calling, man. And I was running for a very long time. I stopped running up until June of this year. I will stop running. So it was so funny because, like, one part, it was like my 7-year journey, my 7-year spiritual walk. One part of it, I was like, God was taking me in poverty, right? He was humbling me. I was going through, like I said, I walked through Austin, I walked through Houston, then I walked to my hometown. I did all this, but it was just like, one part of it, I didn't know that was God. I just didn't know, right? So, but I was still, I wasn't right. So then around 2020, when I had to go and be broken down to accept God, I was still riding a fine line. I was riding a fine line. Man, I'm just thinking how many times, Spirit is showing me how many times God saved my life, and I'm still not thinking this is the reason why, like, I'm chosen to do something. And God saved me from, and now I'm going to speak in spirit, God saved me from being raped. One night I was in a trailer with a bunch of dudes, and they were like, we should kill her. And I'm like, no, don't kill me. And like, he saved me from that. He saved me from car wrecks. He saved me from illnesses. I kept getting illnesses, man. Like, he saved me so much, and I'm still not thinking this is God. Even in this journey, it got to a point I wanted to take myself out. And it was just like, God, I'll wake up the next day. completely. So righteousness. So in 2020, when I got down and I gave my soul to God right then and there, y'all tapping in, y'all tapping in. Yo, I'm not doing anything ignorant. Y'all gonna be last, I'm telling you. God said, build this platform. Y'all will come. Y'all gonna come. But it's gonna be too late when y'all come. It's gonna be too late. Because I'm not giving you the negative. I'm giving you the positive. Nobody wanna hear positive. So, moving on. I'm gonna let spirit run this. I'm not going to look at these numbers. I'm just gonna keep going. Because like that energy bugs me. I'm so sensitive now. Like I know who can tap in. You know, my energy is so good now. I can know when my twin flame taps in. I feel him, but he's not here yet. Where is he? Usually he'd be on the money. Probably tired. I'm thinking about something. Anyway, I'm gonna let spirit take over. So I'm not gonna look at the number. I'm gonna let spirit give this message throughout the whole entire time. This is gonna be a spirit message. Spirit driven. So I was talking about how God saved me so many times. And then 2020 when I actually went to God and I said, man, God, please take me. Like, take me. And when God took me, and when God brought me down and said, this is going to be a heavy message, y'all. My nose running. You are going to be doing this covenant. And this covenant is that you're going to be speaking my word. You are the chosen one to be speaking my word, and you'll be doing my healing. When he broke it down, like I said, he broke me down to the meaning of my name. He broke me down to my birthday, to Hebrews 9:28. The one that would be the chosen one that would be giving healing to the ones that would be seeking it. When God told me all that, I said, man, get the fuck out of here. So what Spirit is saying is, parents, because I feel like now y'all going to be starting to watch me. Parents, I didn't believe it at first either. I'm not going to lie. I carried that for 4 years. I did not tell nobody. I keep telling y'all I was scared. I was scared all the way up into June. And the reason why I was scared to say it was the ultimate fear was what happened to me last week. That somebody was not going to believe me to a point that they were going to lock me up. So God, I guess God is saying, okay, I'm going to lock you up. Now, are you scared? No, I'm not scared no more. I'm not scared. I really am happy I got what I was scared of. I guess it's like when you go into a fight and you go with a bully and you want that bully and bullying you and you scared to fight the bully, and then y'all go in that fight and you get that first hit in and you get that first lick. Once you feel the bully's lick, you straight. So I got my lick. And then when I started looking towards not of the negative with things, like looking into why God does everything for a reason. So every day I take my day and be like, now I look, God put me through these things for a reason. I don't look into the negative and say, man, and that's a lot of us, that's what I'm telling you, a lot of y'all threes that's clicking off, that's the problem. Y'all don't listen. Y'all don't hear the message. Y'all hear one word and y'all hear God, y'all hear this and y'all click off. There's a message like sometimes you are meant to come on here. You're meant to come to his. God has put you in your put me in your algorithm for a reason. But since, like I said, the difference between a 3 and a 5, a 3 can miss the message and they hear words. Like today, I had to say goodbye to my parents. Now, I don't know, did they actually read what I said and took it as my daughter is saying she's done, but she's not being disrespectful. My daughter is saying for her life to move on, she has to let us go so she can get to her greatness. Now, that's what a positive person would see. A negative person would be like, you said my name and you put it all on Facebook again. You embarrassed us. You you spoke of us again like in a negative light. Well, how dare you after we did everything for you? You're still doing this. That's what I'm saying. It's a like I look at things differently now. I look for the God's messages in everything. God trained me that way. So parents, when I said that, I'm gonna talk more about that. I didn't mean negative, man. It means that what I meant was, and I can't talk to y'all because we're on two different. You on two. My parents, you're on two. You're even not on three. Do you know what a second dimension is? I'm gonna tell you what a second dimension is. I wrote it down. This is what a second dimension is, right? Y'all are part of two. Okay, so this is two. What did I say about a two? No. I brought it in here. Y'all, I told you I'll be writing. I'm writing a book and it's in different places. A second dimension. This is what I said about a second dimension. I said a second dimension is they attend church but didn't understand God. A second dimension is a misery hell. Second dimension focus on valuables, possessions only. That's what a second means. It means that I gather up these possessions. The way my possessions are me and me are my possessions. That's what a two is. Two does not even deal with God. Two doesn't even know how God works. Two just focuses on possessions. And it's just like the second dimension has no belief in God or God's presence. They may say they believe in God, but they don't believe in God's presence. They don't believe in God's judgment. They don't believe in God's rendering. They don't. And I said the second dimension is you are unaware of the journey of a faithful walk. You think that a two thinks that they done everything. Now they'll think that God gave them the skills, but they don't know that how to work with God to get the skills. They don't know how to, that you have to lose to get. Do you understand? It's all about gain, and it's always you're gonna hold on. Like usually a two is a person that really went through a lot of narcissistic shit. Like I've been through a lot, and I'm gonna hold on to my possessions because that is it. Like I didn't have that much, so I'm holding on to my possessions, right? So a two is like is unaware of the faithful walk. Like my dad used to tell me, like I'd be like, Daddy, my dad said, well, you lost everything because you didn't listen to us. You lost everything because you try to do things on your own. You're not listening. You're not valuing your parents. You're disrespecting your parents. That's the reason why you're not getting anything. I turn it into, okay, when I think God is walking me through all this because there's no such thing as failure. Failure is the pearls of wisdom. There's no such thing. And I'll be real with my mom and daddy. You can't be perfect. And I'm gonna be real with you. You can think I'm negative, but I'm not negative. I have never seen or heard y'all say I made a mistake in my life. I haven't heard like a story like, okay, I didn't do this and this is how I messed up. Like I tell my children, like, Mommy did this, so this is her fuck up. I never seen ownership of a fuck up. I think the only thing I want to say, and I want to put it out there, I think I was 9 or 10 years old. There was a fuck up, but I never got the story of the fuck up. How we left this town so quickly. And that's all I have to say. I never was told the fuck up. You know, so it's just like you can't be perfect. I'm far from perfect. And I don't know, maybe you're gonna see what's released. Grandma in the belt in embodiment, and that's up to y'all to believe it. Grandma said, we've been holding you to a king standard, and maybe we over kinged you. Nobody's perfect. I'd rather take my fuck ups. Just like how you know, I feel like you say Papa had mistakes, but like Papa gave you wisdom. I have a lot of wisdom, believe it or not. I think y'all don't talk to me, so you don't know my pearls. But a lot of people, your daughter comes and talks to me. Believe it or not, but she comes back and make it seem like it's hers. Some of it is hers, and some of it is mine. And it hurts my heart sometimes. And I'm being real with you, and I'm sharing my emotions, that you go back and ask her what I know. Because most likely, I have talked to her about it. Y'all totally ignored the one that God sent. Y'all totally ignored it. But moving on, let's talk about this too. Remember, the second dimension does not acknowledge, I said, the root of the fake walk. God designs this fake walk. I've been on this fake walk, but I have given up everything. I've given up yo, let me tell you what happened. I gave up everything. Like, God took everything away. Alright, so y'all thought I was saying that I lost I lost my material by y'all. That was an attachment. That's true. Y'all took it, that's what I'm saying. A second dimension will look at you lost belongings. I look at it as a 5 in the 5th dimension. I look at it as God removes, because God's gonna get bigger. You look at it as the material's gone and you fucked up. Material can be replaced, but eternal life is more important. You put your materials, God is saying, and this is what Holy Spirit is saying, you put materials in front of your blood, your body, your soul. So a 2 would not be picking up a word I'm saying right now. They would be insulted right now. That's what a 2 is. That's what a 2 is. 5 would look at it as, I'm hearing what you're saying. I have to understand. Some things can be positive and some things can be negative, and I have to understand what it is. I listen to y'all. Don't believe it or not. Now I listen to y'all, but y'all don't listen to me. Y'all talk at me, then talk to me. And if you should have known me by the age of 16 years old, I guess this is a goodbye, another goodbye one. I don't know. Like, I thought I finished saying my goodbyes. I guess this is Holy Spirit riding this one. I was 16, 17 years old, and I always been resistant. I think my ex-best friend told me this. Somebody reached out to her and said, well, how do you can talk to Kirsten? Because we can't. She said, the reason why I can talk to Kirsten is I talk to Kirsten. I don't talk at Kirsten. When you start talking at me, I will shut down. Because that's not how I'm made. You cannot make me into what I'm not. You cannot talk. And I told my sister, that's how my sister talks to me. She doesn't talk at me. If you talk at me, I'm going to shut down. Because I feel I'm not gonna put personal issue. I just feel I'm gonna feel like I'm not being respected in a relationship because you're talking at me. As an adult child, we should be talking to each other, not at each other. So we on the second dimension. So I said, like the second dimension, it just lies in ego. Everything I'm saying in this second dimension, y'all would take this as a as just I'm just fucking over you and I'm speaking over. That's what a second person in second dimension. So you do have people in second dimension, you do have people in third. Second dimension, you just cannot help. You just cannot help a second dimension. They gonna be stuck in the second dimension. They're gonna believe in black and white. I have to see this in black. I have to see this in white. They're not gonna go out the box. They're gonna be afraid of going out the box because they're scared of how people looking at them. That's what basically a second dimension is. I am not. I can go alone. God has made me go so idolatry. I'm not idle. Like isolation. Like he put me back in isolation today. For the next 2 days, he put me for last night and today. I'm gonna tell you what happened. He put me in isolation for this yesterday, last night, and tonight for a reason. I don't have to have anybody. I don't have to have anybody's approval. I don't give a fuck what anybody thinks because, like, God has taken everything away to a point. He showed me how these people are when you don't have shit. They talk to you like shit. They treat you like shit, and they just roll over you like shit. So I don't give a damn. I know there are people that think alike with me, and what God is doing, he's taking me to those people that think like me. I cannot be around y'all no more. I don't think like y'all. I can't think like this anymore. It's like how it feels. It feels right now, it feels like I'm in a whole nother world. I'm walking in this world, but I'm in another world. Like I see things that you don't see. I hear things that you don't hear. And it's like I get agitated because I see it and y'all don't. And I have to understand y'all can't see it. So God is taking me away from that. And I was talking about yesterday about how God, like on the 23, he walked me. He was like, I'm gonna walk you through the valley of the shadow of death. Man, and when I went to the hospital, that was the valley of the shadow of death. I fear no evil, for you are with me. I'm still being who I am. You know, people can tell me like you crazy. How dare you think that you're not the person that God has touched? I'm still saying, I'm still, go and ask those texts. I'm still like this in the hospital. Yes, God, what you say? God says, go that you need to go and eat breakfast. God says that you need to go and write this down. God says that you need this Holy Spirit that's guiding you. The Holy Spirit is guiding you in the paper, like writing those devotions. God, Holy Spirit is doing all this, right? So I'm still in there believing, even though I still had nothing. God took everything away. God took. This time it was cycles. I was going through cycles, and I keep the reason why I was going 2 steps forward and 2 steps back is because I never disconnected from y'all. Ever since I got pregnant with Braylon, that's when y'all notice. That's when my life was doing good until I got pregnant with Braylon. And what Spirit is saying is, yo, mama. Spirit is saying, you remember when I sat at that table? I said, Mama, do you think I'm ready to be a mama? You said, no, you're not ready. Spirit saying, this is Spirit saying, and me, maybe, because I heard that, I'm hearing that you had a moment in church, and I think something's touching you right now, because I think you're not feeling me anymore, but you need to go on my page. Oh, I prayed heavy before you went in that church. I prayed that you were not going to say anything negative to me about me in that church. And if you did say anything negative on me in church, it was going to hit you so fucking hard in that church. And excuse my language, it was going to hit you in church. So I heard that you was having reactions. So who's the powerful? Who's evil? And who's good? You can go. I took me a good shower before he went in that church. I went and get a good sugar salt scrub. I did tree tea tree, and then I wiped myself down all the way with exorcism, saying everything that you say to me that is gonna go right back to you. Also, I said that I'm gonna remove all the binds that you have between what's going on, what you do. That's what you was feeling. That's what I heard you was feeling, shit. That's what you was feeling. So you're telling me so wait, hold on. So you go to church and wish bad upon. Oh, you gonna get it. 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 Oh God. See, a lot of karma, God had to remove me. But what I had to do was I could not keep battling you. I'm here for a higher purpose. Y'all are still so selfish. Y'all not looking at the higher things. So what God did was like, okay, what you gonna do? Are you tired of fighting? Because at this point, I think when I was in that shed, I did a lot of reflection and think like, look, thank you. Thank you for that shed. Because without that shed, I think I wouldn't have came to the epiphany. I'm in insanity. I live in present. Y'all still live in past. My dad, you said your past coordinates what your present is. And that's not true. I can find God tomorrow. God can come in my life and switch gears within 24 hours. You cannot judge, and this is Holy Spirit saying you cannot. This is Holy Spirit saying you cannot judge anybody from their past and hold it to their present. You're supposed to forgive. And if you hold you hold that forgiveness, if you don't hold that forgiveness, you won't have everlasting life, right? See, yo, I'm talking better than a pastor right now. Am I talking better than a pastor? I think I am. But I'm evil though. Cause I my works show my, I'm just saying. Spirit is saying, I came to y'all and said, I'm sorry. I cannot keep coming back and saying I'm sorry, and we're still talking about something when I was 16 years old. We were talking about me sneaking out the window. Yo, I have this question though, because I'll let y'all have some of this stuff. Like these y'all do not want to take no accountability. None. No accountability. So y'all said I was 16 years old sneaking out the window. I think I did something one time with when y'all was out of town. Y'all went somewhere and I had my cousins in there and I let the boys, I knew some boys and I called them. They came. I think that's the worst I think I have ever done. And then I felt bad when it happened because I knew you was gonna whoop my ass. Mom, let's just be real. Let's think this through. If you can put your hands on me at 45, what the fuck do you think you would have done at 16? So you think I'm gonna sneak out the window? I was afraid. Yo, I was so afraid of you. I couldn't kiss a boy. I was so afraid of you. I could not lose my virginity until I was 17. I was scared, and then when I lost my virginity at 17, I was scared that I was pregnant, and I didn't go back in what, I went a year after I lost my virginity and had sex again. Like I was scared, like I was literally scared of you. So why would I sneak out around 18 or 19? Yeah, I did go that way because I was like, okay, if I'm gonna be, if you say I'm bad, I'm gonna be bad. Like I'm not gonna blame everything on y'all. Like for real, I'm over it. But what Spirit is saying is like it's like if I wasn't in that shed, I would not know that I was in insanity. So I was in insanity with y'all. We're doing the same thing over and over, hitting the wall, hitting the wall, hitting the wall, hitting the wall. So I had to let that go. Yeah, I'm hungry. So Let me break down 23 a little bit more. He said, you prepare your table in the presence of my enemies. He's preparing the table right now. Let me tell you. I gotta tell you how God took everything. So, this started in March. First, the car went, right? I'm just sitting on the couch. Someone told me to turn around. That was the quickest repo I ever seen in my fucking life. Car goes. He kept me in that apartment longer than that car. I mean, I fought that. I really fought that eviction. I fought that eviction all the way till I could fight no more. Like, let's just be real. That was unheard of what I did. I took that shit all the way to the freaking appeals court. Okay, that's how smart your daughter is. I took that eviction to the Court of Appeals, Louisiana State Court of Appeals, on her own. And I was half cocked. Now I'm 100% ready to take on shit. Like, at that time, I was still half cocked. My concentration was fucked up on my energy. I know why, because somebody was ciphering my energy. Now I feel a whole lot better. I got my energy back. I'm good. I think somebody was seeing that and they was scared the other night. They was scared. That's why they took the wallet and everything. They didn't want me to leave. Oh, Spirit said, like, remember I told you about the shots? I had a demon on top of me so much that would not let me go. This demon, I mean, what God was doing was an exorcism. When I said I had seizures and the 7 shots, that was an exorcism that he performed. That was this demon that would not let go of me. You know what that demon was? That was my mama. I was fighting. That demon was fighting me. And, it was like, this is fake. This is fake. This is fake. God, like, this is real. The demon's like, this is fake. I mean, that was the most difficult fight I had. Was that Tuesday before this shit went on that Wednesday. You don't even know that was going on in y'all shit. That demon was so tight. That demon was on top of me. That was my mama. God removed that demon Tuesday. So Wednesday, that's when I saw more demons on Wednesday. I'm just talking. Because I don't have nobody on here. So now he's laying my table up. He's moving me. And I'm dead serious, like, I'm done. I thought I would never say this. I am done. I'm done with the phone calls every morning of a motherfucker calling me. And I'm going to say it like this. Because y'all say, thou shalt not treat parents, thou shalt not treat children either. That's in the Bible too. I'm tired of a motherfucker calling me because they having a bad day. They gonna call and give me a bad day. A person don't wake up in the morning and think that they here. That person don't think that they got 2 children that got master's degrees. Masters. They got 3 beautiful grandchildren. 3 beautiful grandchildren. I'm so done. I cannot deal with the phone calls every day. I swear I have never seen a person that just don't have nothing to do all fucking day but shop. And I don't hate on that. You can shop all day you want. I really think, like I said, there's something chemically is wrong, but then also it's like when you don't have time, when you idle time is the devil's time. And the things that come up in the phone, like, okay, I'm having a bad day, so I'm gonna call you and fuck with you. I'm done with those. I don't want them phone calls no more. And then, like, God is telling y'all right now, value the time that you got. Because when I come back for Braylon, they won't be no more Braylon. I even told Braylon this. I said, Braylon, once I'm gone, because at this point, it's going to be between Braylon's dad, and me. Y'all going to be out of it now. I'm taking total control when I come back. God is going to make sure that he's going to establish, like he said, he's putting that table in front of his enemies. He's going to make sure. He's going to make sure I'm straight. He's putting my table in front of you. So this time, I'm going to make sure that, just like I have with my son, I make sure, we have a co-parenting. From this point on, we going to have co-parenting with Braylon's father. So at this point, we're gonna take that control out. Nobody call me and tell me that the grandparents can feel sad, because I have done enough. I have tried so much. I have given half of my life. I am not going to give my other half of my life to this person that don't give a fuck about me. This woman had honey. I guess I was going through sugar, spiritual awakening. I was getting a taste for honey and peanut butter. I don't know why. I kept hearing, honey, you so sweet. So I'm just started putting honey on the top. She hid her fucking honey and then said, I have to ask for it, because I have never seen no diabolical. I was wearing flip-flops. The woman did not want to let me use the flip-flops. She got about 700 shoes. I know that's her shoes. Again, that's a person in second dimension. It's all about their possessions. It's something that happened that she got to hold on to her possessions. Not thinking, if I give my possessions by heart, I get it back in return. Not I give you my possessions and then I tell you I gave you those possessions, because that's not giving it by heart. Giving those possessions is, I give those possessions to you, and I'm not gonna hear shit from it. And I am so done. I'm so done of trying to make a motherfucker happy that a motherfucker ain't happy for themselves. Like, I am so tired. Like, I'm done. It's time to make me happy. It's time for me to take my life. It's time, like, all of us are so wrapped around this one woman. Our whole lives, we're running, we kissing this woman's ass, and she don't give a fuck about us, man. You and my sister, we will never apart, my dear. You can have that. You can have it. Because I'm tired of giving it to have her way. Man, that's why the motherfucker like Burger King, I guess. Have it her way. Man, she'll go to Burger King like, I wanted a Whopper separated. That's why she like to have it her way. Have it your way. I'm tired of giving it her way. It's to a point, okay, it's like, okay, my dad is mad at me because she is mad that I'm at her house, and my dad is mad at me because he don't want to hear her fuss. Look, she's going to continue to fuss. You can't make her stop. She's not. But everything I put on X, like, I rinse myself today. I put it in the exercise pad. Oh, I heard you was in church. You was shaking and shit. I heard you felt my spirit fucking rain. I pulled all my power back. I'm so icy. I called Michael in. Michael, cut this shit. You felt my energy removed. That's why you was shaking in church. I heard you was shaking in church. That's what I heard. So I know I'm that powerful. Because if you was shaking in church, you was doing something, like I told you. You was doing something in church that you had no business doing. So you go in church, like I said, and bring in negative intention. What that Prince meme at? I heard you shaking in church. You know why? I rinsed myself off. I got my sweats on, new sweats, rinsed myself off, put that exorcism prayer on, anointed myself with, yo, let me tell you how God did this. God was like, God sent me, I had enough money just for this. God sent me, I looked at it and I said, wait a minute, this olive oil. I looked at it and I'm like, because this was meant to happen. So I was talking about how my possessions were lost. So I lost every attachment to y'all up until yesterday. So yesterday when I left, I went to this place, and because the program that I'm going to, it starts tomorrow, right? So I was supposed to just stay at this other place temporarily until Monday, okay? So, and really, I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't think I'm gonna make it there tomorrow. I think, like God said, that black truck is about to come from the sky. Because when I'm done by today, it's gonna be a black truck that's gonna drop from the sky, just like He did Wednesday. So, I'm entering this program on Monday. Okay, so I went to the other place and I'm like, yo, I don't feel safe over here. I don't feel safe. This don't feel safe. So I took, look, I was taking my bag like this, walking around downtown Houston. No, not downtown Houston, the downtown Baton Rouge. I mean, that was the most humbling experience ever. I was moving like a homeless person in the downtown area. I felt like them. I went in the library, sat in the library like them. Like, that was the most humbling experience I ever experienced. See, I'm on a different level. You see, y'all will look at that as defeat. My daughter is walking around with a brown bag down there. I'm looking at it as God humbled me for a second, like, yo, before I take you to the promised land, because you know, I believe in doors shut, bigger doors open. Y'all look at doors shut because you fucked up. That's second dimension shit. I'm in fifth dimension. So doors closed, bigger ones are opening because I have God, right? Second dimension don't look at it like that. They don't look at it like that. They look at it as fucked up. You lost everything, so you all about material. So I'm walking around like this, like, and I couldn't find the bus stop. I was trying to find a sleazy motel into Monday. Actually, I asked Jess. I said, Jess, man, look, I need help right now. Even though and Jess, thank you so much, man. Thank you. Like, once I get, I'm sending all y'all money back. Once I get right, I'm sending all y'all money back plus some, because y'all, you blessed me, man. Like, thank you. So I sent out to you like, yo, I'm with this bag. And let me tell you how God removed more possession. So I'm in the bus. I'm sitting on the bus. Finally, I got on the bus because I don't really know how to ride a bus. So I'm actually that humble now. Like, God, okay. You know, at the bus, right? My wallet came out the first time. I said, oh, I'm going to need my wallet. Put it back in the bag. I went to the first motel. I think that's where my wallet at. I need to go and check. I think that's where my wallet is. I think I left it on that counter. I buzzed and it was like, nobody can, they don't do day rent, they don't do day by day. So I think that's where my wallet is. So I just left and I walked, and they probably got my wallet. I need to call. But I'm gonna tell you, I lost everything. So I walked to this seedy ass, crackhead ass motel for $40 a night. I probably couldn't get in there anyway because I didn't have my wallet. So God took my wallet. The wallet had the last of the money my parents gave me. God said, you don't need that money. I'm like, that was like $70. I'm like, are you kidding? I lost $70 in my license. But about Louisiana is we have a virtual ID, and you can catch planes. You can catch with the virtual ID, the virtual wallet. You can still, it's TSA approved, so you can still get on flights or whatever. So I have the digital wallet. So I'm like, okay, I got a digital wallet, but what my debit cards are still attached to my parents' address. My license is attached to a whole nother address that's not mine. So all these things were going on. Like all my debit cards are in my parents' address. They're not, or I think one debit card is at the new address. So all this was gone, and I end up calling the Uber driver. I'm like, did I leave my wallet in there? And then I looked up the God. Now it's 8:30 at night by then. I'm like, there is a God. God is going to give me a room. I'm still praying. I'm still with God. I'm still not looking at this like, yo, I fucked up on my parents. Because this is what my parents would say. I fucked up on y'all, so I could not find a room. Or I'm lost everything. I'm looking at it, yo, God has removed everything. Like to a point that, okay, now you don't have your license. Like, what you gonna do? Are you gonna call them? I'm still saying, I ain't calling them. I ain't calling. I'm done calling. I'm done. I'm going, if I have to sleep back at the river tonight because I don't have my ID. But this place actually just took a picture of my ID, but my virtual ID is up now. Like, and then I'm still waking up in the morning. Thank you, God, for a lovely day. Thank you for, now, like, I talk to God like, okay, now, God, I see why you did this. You moved everything for a reason. You removed everything. Everything that tied to them. Now I'm free to just walk the world. And God's like, are you ready? I'm ready. So last night, I guess I went through another dark night of the soul of removing y'all. Like, it started at 3 o'clock in the morning onto today. And like I said, God was like, okay, you want, it's just so funny how I found out y'all was going to church. Because I actually called Braylon, because I let Braylon know I'm okay. Braylon was like, we're going to church to pray for you. So, but I'm the evil one. Okay, let me get this right. Y'all went on church on a lie. I'm not the most, I wasn't the most religious person, but I don't go to church on a lie. I tried to stay away from church because I knew that I was going to be sinning when I left church. Like, I felt evil in church because I knew I was sinning. I knew once I left church, I wanted my freaking alcohol. I knew I was going to go to the club that night, do whatever and be free, right? I knew this, okay? Y'all actually went in church to pray for me, an anointed person that you did not. Y'all went in to pray for me and y'all lied. I can see why you were shaking in church. You went in on the premonition of a lie. So that really started it off. Like, and then I was just guided. Do the exorcism prayer. Rinse yourself off. Rinse your hair. Yo, God made me go to the dollar store. Like I said, I only got $5 left. God made me go to the dollar store. Like, go and get your anointment. Go and just, like, real. Go and get you some sunflower seeds, because sunflower seeds help with evil. Go and get your load up on sunflower seeds. That's why I kept having cravings of sunflower seeds. And then, so God was unraveling that that somebody, my mom, was the one that was taking all my energy. That's why I was starting to look like her. That shit was real, what I said the other night. That shit's real. She was, so So that's when I said, if you're going to go in that church and you're going to start talking negative to hold a person back, man, let me talk about spells. Let me talk about incarnations. If you talk negative on a person, that's a spell. When you're like, I want them to have alcohol, be an alcoholic, that's a spell. Even like I said, when I was pregnant with my daughter, like this downfall happened when I got pregnant with my daughter. And I told you, I said, Mama, do you think I'm going to be a good mother? You said, no, you're not ready yet. You know why you said that? Because you were worried that I was going to be a better mother than you. What kind of mother is this? You were worried because I used to say I was going to be a better mother than you. You wanted to prove me wrong. So you have interfered. And like, yo, I'm not even saying that you totally at fault. I'm at fault too. I'm at fault. I grabbed that drink. I popped those pills. I did all that. But see, that's called self-reflection. I can say what I did. You didn't want me to be a good mother because you did not want me to out-mother you. And I still out. It burns you that my kids love me. It burns you. Let's just be real with it. I'm done with that shit. I'm not a competition. I'm your daughter. Do you understand? I came from your vagina. And that's why a lot of people don't understand, like, yo, how do you have a mother like this? Like, even my ex-husband used to say, yo, you're not going to even understand. It's on a higher level. Let me give a clap. The only smartest motherfucker in my family is my brother-in-law. He don't say shit. But he knows, he sees it. His mama sees it. When we all together for Christmas, his mom just looks like this. They're white, so they just, my brother-in-law's white. So his mom's like, we can't even have Christmas Day together without arguing. That shit ain't right. I don't want to be like that no more. I manifest this Christmas is going to be the first Christmas for my children. I want to give them a right Christmas where they can wake up in the morning and not worry about standing on toes, not worrying about it if they touch your coffee cup, not worried about if they touched your fruit, not worried about they touched your shit, not worried about they put their shit there. I'm tired of it. I want a Christmas that I can totally give to my children alone. And I know my father's like, my father used to tell me, you gotta make this relationship work. No, I don't. You keep setting me up because you don't want to get hit. Now you gonna get married, like my Papa Joe say. Do I need to bring up Papa Joe? Hold on. Let me bring up my Papa Joe. Can I have my Papa Joe? You said you didn't come to me to marry her, so you can have her. That's what my Papa Joe said, right? That's what he said, right? You never asked me permission, so you can have her. You can have her. She's not my wife. I don't have to be miserable. You married that. You kept marrying that. That's your marriage. I'm not in your marriage. I'm your child. And I had to learn part of that in 2020. Because a lot of my alcoholism was I took as a kid, I looked at you as Superman. And when my mama really hurt your heart the first time, it was me that pieced your heart together. I saw Superman cry, y'all. Because my dad is built, like he got muscles, like, now he got like Ric Flair muscles and shit, but he still works out every day. You know, like that Ric Flair, Hulk Hogan shit now. But it's just because he's about to be 70, but he still works out every day. I always thought, because my daddy had muscles and stuff, like, my daddy's Superman, yo, like my daddy like Hulk Hogan, like Ric Flair. My daddy's Superman. And then that day I came in, my mama left. She didn't tell me where she was going. And I don't even want to get in that shit. And she took my sister. And it was just me and my dad. Every day I came home from school. Come on, Daddy. Come on, Daddy. You know, I became your wife at the age of 9. I became your confidant at the age of 9. I lost my childhood because I had to see what the fuck y'all was going through, and then I'm trying to confidant you. So, aunties, when y'all was like Kiri and her mama fighting, no, I was trained that way. I'm in the car. She won't let me go nowhere. Now he gonna be like, I didn't say that shit. No, you did say that shit. But like my daddy will forget this shit. My dad be like, I ain't never said. No, you did. With me in the car, and I'm like, why does she treat you like that? I don't like why she treat. Yo, when they, this is how bad it was when my daddy separated and had another woman. They separated. I went back and this is how despiteful I was with my mama. I said, yo, daddy, yo, mama. Daddy got a beautiful girlfriend and she nicer than you. What kid does that? I have no loyalty. None. I didn't have no loyalty because I did not like how you treated my daddy. I did not like it. But then in 2020, part of my alcoholism was I had to address, I am not your protector. You were supposed to be my protector, not me protecting you. So you know what? I ain't protecting you no more. Man, you married the shit. You deal with the shit. You wake up with the shit. You stay with the shit. You be miserable with the shit. I don't have to deal with the shit. I don't have to be with a miserable motherfucker. This sounds like I'm married to them. Because that's what it is. Somebody had to take the shocks. Somebody had to take the body shots. My sister too fucking strong, right? She all about her. So she's not going to take the body shots. The empath is going to take the body shots. So she knows she thinks I'm weaker, but actually I'm stronger. That's why he was like this. You're not feeling that no more. Man, give me my damn crown back. Man, I have the crown. Actually, that's how it goes. My daddy is a sire. He came from royalty. You're not coming from royalty. My dad came from royalty. My dad has my mom, my grandmother royalty, and my dad has his dad's royalty, Western African royalty. So he is the sire. I am the first daughter. So I'm technically the queen. You're not the queen. You're just the virgin that carried me. Let's be real. I'm gonna break it down. This how God broke it down to me. I'm the one with the power. I come from his bloodline, not you. And that's another thing. I come from your bloodline. And yo, I used to break this down to people like, is that your real? No, in high school, in college, my people that really see the inner workings of my family, not what we present. Like when husbands or boyfriends come in on the relationship, when they actually, this is why I think God waited until he brought in a new man. He waited to bring in this new man. He had to wait because this new man was not going to take this shit either. Y'all popping up at people's houses. You thinking that you can have the key at the house and you can treat a motherfucker like shit, and then come in my house and still treat me like shit. Like no, 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 no. God's like, no, I'm gonna wait on. I'm gonna. And then let me tell you this. She said, when I told her, I said, have you noticed I'm not really talking to a man? Because she's like, yeah, because you let yourself go. Y'all be like, there's no such thing as the mama. Like, yo, like, I have dealt with so much shit with this woman. And then, like, people be like, your mom and daddy loves you, man. They love their, like, they gave me everything. Let me not sit up here and lie and say I never had to go. I grew up like the Cosbys. My mom and dad had a good job. We were the only black family in white neighborhoods. We did not grow up in the hood. My parents, I was blessed. My parents did not go on crack. I had parents that stayed together through the graces of my father, because that's how he was raised. That he did not leave, because he should have left a long time ago. Now, this one, he had the privilege. He should have left. You are highly blessed. Highly. Man, I had a car when I had a practice car when I was 16. I'm not gonna sit up here and say I'm not blessed. I had a practice car when I was 16. I had a brand new car when I graduated from the week of prom. I had a brand new car. I'm not gonna sit up here and say that I am perfect. I'm not gonna sit up in here and say that some opportunities they gave me, I just actually shitted on them. I'm not gonna say that. What I'm saying is, you can't keep pointing the finger at me without pointing the finger at yourselves. Like, and at this point, I'm tired of taking all the blame. Y'all gotta take some of this blame. You have 2 daughters that came out alcoholic. We were drinking for a fucking reason. And then when I told you this, you said, I gave my sister, I gave her a drink at 12 years old. I sure did. I was 18 years old. I was young, dumb, and stupid. Yeah, I did give her a drink at 12 years old. But that didn't start her alcoholism. It was a demon. Your demon. But I had it worse than my sister. And let's just be real, I had it worse. And just like with my kids, and let's just be real, you project that I do this to my children. I treat one child differently. Okay. And I have to work with that when we come back, because I need to get my daughter and my son counseling. And I have to go and work with the counseling with them, because I feel I overcompensate with my son a little bit more. But see, this is insight. See, you don't have this shit. I overcompensate for my son because I missed 2 or 3 years. I don't see him every day. I see Braylon. Now I'm gonna see her like for a couple of weeks. I hear God said, but a couple of weeks. I compensate for Braylon. I do. It's like I have a girl and I can do different things with Braylon, and then I have a boy, but I'm a boy mom. Like, I love my baby. That's my baby. But also I overcompensate with him because of that time lapse. I missed 3 years, so I'm still thinking that he's 6 or 7 years old, and he's now 11 or 12 because I missed 3 years of his life. So I overcompensate. I maybe give him a little extra or let him go by, let him, But now I understand that needs to be compensated with counseling, because he is getting selfish, because that's how we start a narcissist, right? Okay, I'm gonna overcompensate you because I lacked you from something else. But that's called insight. Motherfucker, you don't have insight. And that's how I'm calling my mama, like, you don't have insight like that. But you haven't talked to me like this, so you don't know how insightful I am. But that's how you start. Like, I see my son, he's a sweet child. When I told him, you put hands on me, mother, my son said, you are 46 years old. What the fuck? A 70-year-old, now he didn't say what the fuck. He said, why did a 70-year-old, my son is very mature for his age, but I need to start, I don't want to keep overcompensating him. And Braylon is going through her trauma because, let's just be real, Braylon is torn between 3 places. Braylon is torn between y'all, because y'all feel like y'all are the main persons. Then she's torn with me. She doesn't feel like she should listen to me because y'all are so controlling. So she needs to go over there and listen to y'all. So this is what we're going to have. When we got a person they hit 16, they're going to do what the fuck they want to do because they're going to be playing all 3 of us. Okay, I can't get it from mama, I'm gonna go to grandma. Okay, if I can't get it from grandma, I'm gonna go to dad's house. Like, fuck you, I'm going to dad's house. Okay, fuck mama, you trying to put rules on me? Okay, I'm gonna go to grandma's house because grandma let me have everything. You know, that's what she did this summer. When it did not go her way and she was doing wrong shit, you do not hear when she does wrong shit, because she does do Braylon something. Let's just be real. Braylon can be selfish. But she's like that because she had to go through 3 different houses. So she has stepsisters over here, and they're probably not treating her right there. So she's thinking when she gets her brother, I'm giving her least attention because that's how she gets at their house. I have to calm her down and be like, I'm not your father. And then she goes to you and she gets everything. It's just, we're gonna have to take this. We're gonna have to take this element out. So we're gonna have to remove you because you shouldn't even be like this. And the only reason why you got a tight hold is because you want to prove that I will not be a better mother than you. And that's what the sad part is. Because really, what a mother's supposed to do in lacking, you're supposed to assist me. And yeah, I think those 10 days when you lied, I needed those 10 days. I needed those 10. I needed it. Because that's when I said, young, like, you can sacrifice me so quick. Because I was telling the truth. Why the fuck am I around? I don't need to be around this shit. It's taking me down. I don't want to be down with y'all. I don't want to be sad all damn day. Because, I mean, you know, what I said, man. I said faithfulness is how far would you follow God? Would you give up your possessions? Would you sacrifice your children? Would you sacrifice everything for your relationship with God? Sacrificing everything is a big order that God asks for. He teaches you steadfastness. Steadfastness. He you know, this is spirit we writing, okay? He is teaching you that the material you receive is possibly not possibly your divinely given possessions, not your divinely given possessions. We achieve those possessions probably by selfish means, by manipulating energy that belongs to somebody else, or I said with the possessions you manifest in the wrong way is not your deserved possessions. God knocks down to rebuild your divine possessions. I had to lose everything to get what I get. So God took everything all the way to the wallet. And I'm still showing my faithfulness. Like, and you know, Jesus, what I said, Jesus at the when he's going, and as in his privileges, I said in his his privilege, right? Of my brother, I told you this is Holy Spirit writing. This is not me. Of my brother Jesus, I said a rich man came to him, right? A rich man with possessions came to him and asked him, well, how can I follow you? Jesus said, well, to the young man, like, to follow me, you got to give up all your possessions. And he did not follow him because he didn't want to give up his possessions. And so I said the first, for his first thing you have to do to get that, for you to gain eternal peace, you have to give up all your possessions, because those possessions belong to somebody. Think about this shit. Your possessions belong to a car, to a bank, possibly. Maybe you do own your car, but your house is not your house. You got the mortgage. Like some people can buy their houses on their own. I'm just saying. It's like for eternal peace, you can walk this world, and I'm not saying y'all I'm better than like. Trust me, if God did not choose me, I'll be happy with with my husband and my 2.5 kid and a dog with a Audi. I'll be happy. But since he chose me, I had to give everything up. To a point, I'm like, yo, I'm begging people that work every day. What kind of shit is this? This not right. I had to give up. I had to accept failure. I had to accept I couldn't get this job because that's not for me. I had to accept when a person called me and said, yo, you didn't get the job. It's not for you. Man, that was one of my demons I was dealing with because I felt that was failure. But no, that was not failure. God was just setting me up. So it's just like the young man that couldn't, what I said, he could not give out his rich possessions. But you can be full of rich possessions, but you not have rich spirit. Isn't that right, twin flame? Rich spirit, huh? So the person, I told you, I feel my twin flame when he's in. I think he's in here. Earlier he wasn't. I said with his rich spirit, I said you have to give more to gain because they are highly flavored in God. When you are rich in spirit, you're gonna get all that back 100-fold. So you will get your possessions back 100-fold, and you'll have rich spirit. Then, like I said, God will set you up that you have your own, you have your own organization, you have your own corporation. You don't owe nobody. You don't owe a middleman. You don't owe like the Illuminati. You don't owe the Masons. You don't owe 360 deals. You don't owe, like when you come through me, you don't have to owe nothing. You'll be set, but you won't have to be broke. You're gonna have to be like me today. Yo, who can do only $5 in my pocket? Who can do this deal with Ace, Young and Ace? Like I don't even have a company yet. I'm still like, somebody needs to do this deal with you. I'm like, somebody needs to make a remix with Young and Ace. I'm just going by straight motivation. Somebody, I know that's long-term money coming. Somebody needs to go and do a remix with Young and Ace so we can get him to testify on these people. So we need another 6ix9ine remix because we need to downfold these shits. Just like how Kanye had these people, and like I said, somebody's probably watching that understands what I'm saying. Just like how Kanye has those people running like roaches in his visualizer, because that's about to happen. A lot of people about to tell. And I think that remix that I included with Kendrick Lamar, I included Kanye, I included Metro Boomin. I only have $5 in my pocket, but I'm just saying, I think one of y'all need to connect and make this 6ix9ine remix so he can be, because they coming for him. They coming. He can go and start telling, because he did too many sacrifices not to be in the echelon, man. That boy did too many blood sacrifices, man. He did too many. And I think he'll be easily converted right now. I'm just saying. That's why I said he should be my first pick. I'm just saying. Now, Jesse probably not understanding what I'm saying, but another person that's watching this probably understands what in the hell I'm saying. Just saying. That's your first pick. That's the reason why he's first pick. Yep. Yep. Rico. You better start telling Ray J you better start singing. Young Nation, you better start singing. Drake, you better, oh, they coming for you too. You better start singing. Because just like the situation I was in, these people will sacrifice you for, look at Diddy. Yo, did y'all see, they said Diddy had a 666,000 lawsuit. If that ain't the limit, yo, do y'all want to be like Diddy? Y'all don't have to. Yo, the ones that really got signed that contract, y'all look, the devil, they lie. You can get out of the contract. All you have to do is petition God. All y'all, you know, like, I think the next person I think I can convert is gonna be Ray J. Yo, Ray, did Whitney come out there yesterday? Oh, Jess, you need to go on my you need to go on my X, because that's when Whitney came out. She said she forgave you, didn't I think she forgave you. Time for your journey. You better tell. Then go to God. Yup. Ray J, if I came to you after you sent me a DM, and I'm like, yo, this is the first time, yo, just this really happened. This happened before Wednesday. Ray J sent me a DM on that Monday. No. That's that Friday? Ray J sent me a DM on before all this went off on Wednesday. Ray J sent me a DM on that Friday. Because my son, I only showed my son. My son's like, oh my God, you finally made it. I'm like, no, son, we don't sell ourselves to the devil. That's the devil. I am never going to be on his network. He wanted, I gave him a show idea. Yeah, I gave Ray J a show idea that Friday. Like, my solar plexus is so on fire right now. I'm so creative right now. It's not even funny. Like, I'm writing these devotionals. Like, I don't know. It's just my solar. That's not bipolarism. That's your solar plexus. Your solar plexus chakra just open. It's just, I'm just creative right now. I can hear the music. I can tell you what to do with the music. I guess I can be a good AR person. I can hear what's going on. I can hear it. I don't know. Maybe if you put me behind the board, maybe I can produce it. I don't know. Maybe that's what I'm meant to do. Also, like, I'm writing. Also, I gave Ray J buku show ideas. One of the show ideas I'm a business person. I'm all about business. I got my degree in God set me up for the win. Like, I'm telling you. All this time, my parents thought I was failing. So, God sent me first, God sent me to X-ray school. I didn't make it. You know, my parents pulled me out of X-ray school because I wasn't following the rules. So they made me come back to Baton Rouge, and I had to drop because I was giving my grandmother hell. Hell yeah, I was giving my grandmother hell. I'm not gonna lie, I was giving my grandmother hell. I was 18 years old. I was like, Nunu, you gave me a car, man. I learned Houston in 2 weeks. I'm not gonna lie, I was bad. I'm not gonna lie. It's like if you had a dog on a chain, and then you let the dog out. The dog goes run. I learned Houston, the city of Houston, in 2 weeks. I think Houston is one of the easiest places to learn anyway. So I was in X-ray school. So my parents said, drop out of school. because you giving your mama hell. You give my mama hell, and I did give my grandmother hell, but we came to terms for it before she died. So I went to X-ray school for like a year. Then God took me to nursing school. Nursing school, I didn't study. My mama can, yo, my mama used to be so jealous that I'll be in nursing school and I didn't have to study because I didn't know I had claircognizance. I didn't know it was claircognizance. I thought I just had a good memory. So the teacher talks about it one time. I'm like, I got this shit. And just went in. And I just knew 80% would get you through. All right, I'm just going to give enough just to get you to 80. Because, nursing school, you can flunk out. If you under 80%, you get flunked. So God took me on to nursing school, right? So really what I wanted to do was be a nurse practitioner. I wanted my own practice. I found this man. It didn't, and I got into Southern University RN school. It didn't work out. I got flunked out. I flunked out because I was running behind this man. So I flunked out, and I just said fuck nursing. And then what happened with my nursing license? Fuck nursing. I'm done with nursing. So I'm like, I tried to get a job. Well, job said you need a college degree, right? Because all I had was nursing. I was a nurse at the age of 21. Like Lotto said, I was rich at 21. I need apology. I was a nurse at 21. Can you imagine? At 21 years, and then I wasn't a mature 21-year-old. So I was making good ass money at 21 years old. And I was immature. So at 21. So I went from that. And I lost my nursing license. So I said, okay. I went to my mom. I said, okay, I gotta go back to college, because I think Allstate. I was trying to get a job at Allstate, and they said, man, we will hire you, but you need to go and get your degree. So I'm like, all right. So I'm like, what's the easiest degree I can get? I can hurry on getting 2 years. Oh, business. Okay, went to business school at this Christian college. I promise you, this is how God set me up for the win. So went to this Christian school, and went to business school there. I never opened a book. I didn't study. I was just in there just taking it all in. And I made straight A's. That was the most time I made straight A's and B's. The only time I made C's, this is the only time I made C's in business school. To get my BBA, get my bachelor's in business administration. This is the only time I made. They had 3 classes in this Christian college to graduate. For you to graduate from this college, you had to take Bible. Like, it wasn't like a class where you go to Sunday school. Like, this was a college level, Old Testament, New Testament, and then I had to take a letter called Paul Person's Letters. Now, not knowing that's God, me, I think I was like 26, 27 at the time. I'm pissed off because God has me going to school on a Friday night or a Saturday morning, making me miss out going to the club. Because like I said, I used to be in the VIPs and stuff. And I used to be pissed because I knew I had to go to class, because without that class, I couldn't graduate on time. I think that was the 3 hardest courses I have ever taken in my life. I ended up with C's. I think maybe I got a B in Paul Prison Letters. But I C'd my ass out of the Old Testament and the New Testament. I promise you. That man was hard. Paul Prison Letters. Yeah, his prison writing was wild. I had to take that class. I didn't even know Paul did prison letters. I didn't want to hear Paul doing prison letters, because Paul Prison Letters was on Saturday morning, and I'm mad. I have a hangover because I probably went out that night before, and I had to be in class for 8:30. I'm pissed. I had to give up 4 hours on a Saturday for prison letters. But that happened, so I graduated. Then I'm like, okay, I need the master of having a business degree. So Texas Southern, the same college that Megan Thee Stallion went to. Yeah, I never saw that girl. I never saw Megan Pete. Never saw Megan Pete there. But I was going to grad school and she was going to undergrad. So I don't know. Maybe she was there in the building. I don't know. I never saw her because we were in the same department. We both. She got a bachelor's in healthcare administration. I got a master's in healthcare administration. So I went there like right after I graduated. I went right back and got my master's. That's when I got pregnant with Braylon. I was going to college. I was going to grad school. I was working. I was running. God put me in different places. After I got my business degree, he moved me into Medicare supplements. Then he moved me into, I worked in oil and gas, in healthcare and oil and gas. Then he moved me to, while I was getting my master's, he moved me into running assisted living. I was running a whole nursing, like assisted living, not a nursing home is a difference. I think that was the best job I had. Then he moved me to being a project manager. Then he moved me into running programs like I can develop programs with Humana. And Humana, I can say it now, Humana don't like to pay out. So I will make the program to make it harder for you to get an x-ray. I will make the program so it's harder for you to get respiratory care. I would have made the program. I couldn't do it. Anything like that, I would break down. I couldn't do it. I wouldn't last long because I couldn't lie. So I was making those type of programs, but they taught me how to do that. So from that, I went to CPS. Then I got sick and I had to learn how to walk and talk again. But I went from CPS. Then God put me as the CPS officer, and then he put me as the CPS person with the children to get taken away. Yo, God put so much. Then like I said, I was pregnant with Braylon. I was so damn strong. And I think that really fucked with my mom, like how strong I am. And like I had Braylon in midterms. I called my professor when I was getting my grad. Like I'm ready to graduate. I'm like close to graduation with Braylon. And after I had Braylon, I said I had one more semester to do. And I called him and I said, look, I'm having my baby, but I'm gonna take the damn midterm next week. I had Braylon one week and when he took the midterm the next week. Boop. Okay, I'm ready to take the midterm. I'm serious. That happened. Then I got married. Then Bryson came. Then I got sick. I had to learn how to walk and talk again. I got sick a couple of times. Then that's when I said, I went to my ex-husband and I turned to him. I said, okay, I can't get a job. And I keep thinking that was a failure. Like I could not get, like I wouldn't stay at the job long, but no, God put me all these places to keep me here right now. Like everything that I did now is just can be mixed. Even up until this week when I was in this damn mental health shit. Like everything that I experienced, I'm here to help with. And so, because I knew that was wrong. But I went and told my ex-husband, I said, you know what? I'm ready to retire you because you was there for me early in the game. While I was sick, I'm ready to retire you. I'm ready to open my own business. I started my own health tech app where I'm like, you can demand a doctor at any time, any place. I had the health clinic come to your house. Not the doctor. Like you see how these doctors, like when I look at business, I look at your niche. I see what is the niche. I really study your niche. So your niche, I can talk about business all fucking day. Your niche is what what's your like what makes you out in your market. So they do have the same apps. Like you talk to a doctor. No, I'm like, no, the doctor can come to your house. This is before COVID. I didn't even know COVID was coming. And I'm like, you can have lab come to your house. I had x-ray coming to your house. I made a deal with mobile. I didn't know you can do it. They have mobile X-ray and mobile MRI. They just choose not to do it. You can have them come to your house. If you broke your leg or something, you can actually. I had them like coming to your house because I learned that when I was working at assisted livings and nursing homes. We didn't take them there. They came to us with their mobile machines. So I had them coming to you, and then I had the medication. Then I worked deals with these small pharmacies because they were getting killed with Amazon and all this because Amazon was coming with the pill packs. So I made deals with them that they can make deliveries to y'all. I had it like that was the app. That app had everything. That app had IVs on it. That app had everything and the mom on it. But I designed it, and that's when I learned about venture capital. This is when I learned that black people do not play in venture capital. This is when I learned how you can fuck up and lose everything trying to play with venture capital. And so I said all this because I know Ray J is good at, this is what Ray J is good at. Ray J can build a business. It's, as a person that's been there, Ray J can build a business. He can build a business, and he likes to sell it. Ray J don't like to go IPO. See, black people don't know what IPO is. IPO is because we don't have nobody on the stock market like that. That's your unicorn. That's an app or something tech that is just revolutionary. It's called a unicorn, and then you build it and you go IPO. Ray J likes to build, and then he likes to acquire. So he'll build it, then he'll sell it after 3 or 4 years, or he'll invest in it, and then he'll get the acquirement. So that's what Ray J niche is. Ray J needs to teach black people how to do this shit, like how to go IPO, how to go, because Ray J knows how to do it. He just chooses not. He doesn't for IPO. You have to look at a 4 to 6 year window. Ray J likes to do 2 or 3 years and then cut it. So I told Ray J when he went and did, so I studied his market. I studied what is your, so I instantly told Ray J, I said, look, I'm looking at the market. I'm looking at Zillow. I'm looking at This Is It Network. I'm looking at all this damn trashy ass shit. You still have a market of 18 to, I want to say like 30-year-old to 55-year-old women. Women, mid-aged women that will actually buy subscriptions for you if you do things for them, like you cater towards them, like fuck Lemmy, fuck all that, like let them die because they're gonna end up dying down anyway. You have a market for this. Like this is your market. And this is what I'm telling Ray J in the thing. Like, so I said, you have a market 30 to 55. You can go and revamp Tronics because I'm seeing that he's losing money. Why he's losing that money is it's drug addiction. He lying. He's losing that money. How can you lose a loan? You know what you're doing with that money. You pocketing that money. Let's be real, Ray J. So trust me, I know. So he's losing on Tronics because there's an oversaturation in that. So if you have an oversaturation, you need to revamp. So I told Ray J then, I said, and I sent the message. I said, yo, I can get you. I told him this is how I presented it to him. I said I can get you money on the front end and money on the back end fast as possible. And that's when he hit me up on Monday, like, do you need a budget? But I already knew he wasn't ready to revamp. And I started talking about God, and he's like, I'm not coming with her. Like, no, I can't. And then I know I said some shit, and then all of a sudden Ray J just hits me up in my box. Like, come on, man. I've been saying shit on, come on now. You know Ray J's a gatekeeper. And like, you can't sign me up. I'm not going to sell my soul. So I'm going to tell you to revamp your shit. If you want me, you're going to have to revamp. I'm not going to sell my soul and be with them. Are you serious with Blueface? No. So I told him, I said, this is the show that you need to do. Black women like like my mom and them, they like to watch Shark Tank. They like to watch that. I'm like, yo, get you a house. Get young people, young black people in there that got tech items. You can get the venture capitalists, these black venture capitalist funds, backing you and putting money in this show. So you're not, because you're bleeding, right? So you can get sponsorships that way, right? So I told him, I said, so this is how you can do it. You can get these black venture capitalists to come in. I think somebody watching this like, yo, this a smart ass woman. You can bring black venture capitalists in, and they can coach, like, because they have what is called accelerators. Black people don't know this. When black people, when you have a tech item, they white people really take advantage of this. They go to what is called an accelerator. The accelerator gives you maybe 75,000 to 125,000 to start you, in exchange of getting 3-4% in return of investment. So I told Ray J, here's your short game. You got a show. Stream the house. Stream the house. They still gonna give you drama if they all in the house, right? But they're doing a positive goal. They coming in with their own inventions. And then they have colleges like Prairie View that have people that do tech. Prairie View has their own tech funding. Like Texas Southern, I tried to get them to do it, but they, I don't know if they're doing it right now. I tried to get Southern University to do it. They didn't listen to me. So I told Ray J, I said, make it into like a College Hill interns, because you was on College Hill, right? So, that was hot, right? So turn it into a College Hill intern, have them in the house, they build it, they get coaches, they get the venture capitalists, and then they can do what is called the demo day. The winner gets your 3%, but you getting money from the show. The winner you're going to get 3 or 4% back from this winner. Then you get free advertising. I told him, like, you go to the black tech, like, with your shows. I said, for the second season, your second season is already straight. Go and do the second season and do pitches with these black tech because now people want to be on TV. So they're going to come and do the pitches. So you can go and show your people, the people that at the end of the demo go and do demo days at the Black Tech Expos. And I told them, I said, the big one, this is what I told Ray. I said, the big one, you can go to South by Southwest. You can have they will easily give you a panel because of your name. And then you still can perform in Austin. You can go on the Music Star, because nobody's not going to turn on Ray J, but perform in Austin. Are you serious? So you can do the tech side, and you can do the music side of South by Southwest. And then you can actually fund a pitch contest. They'll work with you. And that's how and then I told them, put it on your network and then revamp it and give it to BET Plus. Or give it to We. That's what I told them. And I gave it to him for free. I was going through eviction. I gave him that for free. Now I told him I had some other ideas, but he had to pay. I had a couple of shows for him, but he had to revamp that shit, because I don't sell my soul for that. No, that's selling your soul. I'm serious. That just happened last Monday. So if Ray J's gonna call, somebody else is gonna call. Just saying. But I can talk about business all day. I can talk about healthcare business all day. That's what and I don't know how the music came into play. Like the music, the writing, and building businesses. But that's like, I can help you now. Me losing everything, I can help you not to lose everything. Yes. Do a short time. And then I even asked my mom, and then my daddy, I did tell my dad, I said, yo, Ray J hit me up. He was like, don't, Ray J just has to, he always responds to people. I'm like, no, daddy, this is really, no, he slid in my DMs. But once I start talking about God, He's like, I can't convert her to the Illuminati. Like, are you serious? This girl came out swinging with God. Like, I'm so serious. I told him, I was like, God's calling you, Ray J. And really, he sent me to you. Like I did to somebody else. I can stay broke. I'm not selling my soul. I want my shit. I want my masters. I want my shows. I want my revenue back. That I want my reruns. For real, I'm serious. But yeah, that really happened. And then I told my mom, I said, would you watch it? And she was like, well, my mom's so negative. Well, if the man, you know, the man, the black man on Shark Tank, D-Y-M-O, Diamond, I don't know. She was like, well, why he didn't come up with that? I'm like, well, God gave me the idea. I don't know. He didn't give him the idea. God gave me the idea. But really, I gave Ray J I'm like, you don't have to pay me for the other ones. I told him, like, man, you can go and get Keith Lee. I'm not going to tell nobody no more. Y'all going to have to pay me. Yeah. Y'all going to have to pay me to get the rest. I was like, man, you need to revamp. But he likes that lifestyle. And that's also like, it's easier to stay in the dark than it is to go to the light. He likes to stay in the dark because it's easier. He don't want to be at his best. I was like that too. I used to go into ghetto clubs and give out my business card like I was the shit because I really didn't want to be around anybody. So I get it. I get it. I get it. I used to be like, back in those days in VIP, I'll just pull people, men beneath me, just to pull it, you know. And when they get to my car, I give them my business card, and I had oh my God, I had a pony package. I was the shit before my kids. But anyway, I'm about to go. Jess, wait, let me see about this Bobby Hermit. Bobby Hermit. Holy Spirit, what's going on with Bobby Hermit? Holy Spirit saying that he's still alive. It's like, what Holy Spirit is saying is like his voice is weakened. Maybe he has like a stroke, so he can't speak the way he can, but he's still alive. His brain is still there. It's just he can't speak the way he can. It's like his family, especially like his wife, that's the ego and pride. His wife don't really want to tell the truth of how what Spirit is saying, how he is becoming like an invalid. Like he's like he's trapped in his brain, but like his brain still works, but he's like paraplegic. That's what we used to call nursing. Like you can't speak you can't communicate your thoughts anymore. And I think what Spirit is showing me about his wife is that's the most hurting part right now, because Bobby is one of the best, and Spirit said one of the best brains. He what Spirit is saying, he married the metaphysics, and he married the metaphysics, like basically what I'm doing, basically what Kendrick, you're marrying the metaphysics with the occult, and because all that's together, like I said, this is heaven on earth. You have spirits among you, and you have to recognize that spirits are there. Bobby recognizes this, and by what I understand is Bobby is one of the first to actually recognize this. um Spirit said they just like how I came out, with the knowledge. Bobby's with the same. They actually thought he was evil, but he's speaking truth. Also, there was a lot of the difference between me and Bobby is God made me by myself. And then I guess God made the male by the next person too, the male by himself to go through this, because Bobby had a lot of snakes around him, just like how Jesus did. You know how Jesus had his 12, and Jesus said, "Okay, I have a snake. Somebody's gonna give me up." Then he told Peter, "Okay, yo, Peter, you gonna deny me?" Like Peter, like, "No, I'm not." Like Jesus, like, "Peter, you human. Now I'm the only one to give up my life. Now Peter, you ain't gonna give up your life." Peter was like, "I'm gonna be like you, Jesus." The moment that they said, "Peter, you with him?" Like, "No, I ain't with him. Shit, I ain't get my ass whipped." So, so Bobby, Bobby had snakes around him. People that willing to, was willing to give him up. He was on what Spirit said that Bobby had CIA. Yo, that Yo, this person is watching. I told you, since you got that media company, and I think that another person has left your media company, I told you where to go. I said, this person gonna end up. I said, go and get that movie rights on the guy with JFK, the one that had to go in jail for 4 years for telling the truth, the first black Secret Service agent. Go and get his rights, and then somebody needs to get rights on Bobby. Somebody needs to get rights on Bobby. Bobby, just like everybody, he was on the top of the CIA list. And they infiltrated. Possibly, Spirit is saying that he possibly was poisoned, just like, they wanted him off like Sadie. But Bobby's spirit is so strong that they cannot off him. Now he's just a vegetable of himself. I think I can heal Bobby. I think I can. But he's still alive. He just cannot express himself. And his wife doesn't want to say anything because she doesn't want to, that's just how she looked at her husband. And now her husband cannot, like Bobby could captivate an audience. Yo, just like how I broke down Michael Jackson could be Jesus, he did the same thing for Archangel Michael. He said Michael's Archangel Michael. No, Michael's Jesus. Michael was like a Jesus form. He wasn't, but I get where he was going. He can captivate an audience. But the difference between me and Bobby is I don't want to go around teaching. I want to go around changing. I don't want to charge you for a lecture. What can a lecture do? I can sit up here and do lectures all day. If I'm not putting my hands on changing, why would I do lectures? And a lot of that awakened shit, all they do, that's how they make their money, is on lectures and debates. And they don't do nothing in the community. And then some of them end up being fake. That's why you got your Young Pharaohs. That's how you ended up with your Nature Boys. That's how you ended up with your Rashad Jamals. Because all of them are fake. They just in there for, like, just to speak it. But really, they took a lot of Bobby. And they took a lot of, I forgot his name, Dr. York. They took a lot of Dr. York teachings and they just respitting it. And now this generation doesn't want to go and look for shit. So it takes a person just to know a little bit more shit than you, and then now you will follow them. I.e. Nature Boy. Like, Nature Boy Wise really think he's Christ. He beat the shit out of you. How can he be Christ? He hit you. He had wives. How can he be Christ? He was having sex with men and women. That was a cult. He was forcing you. And they really sit up here and people really think that Nature Boy gave them knowledge. I'm like, yo, maybe in the beginning he did, but Nature Boy is one of those false prophets that is proclaimed in the Bible. And he's gonna come and he's gonna false prophet you. Because it's exhibited in his fruits. You know, I knew Nature Boy was gonna go down when he said he was God. When he went on Soneta's thing and he said, I ain't God, I said, oh, that's it for Nature Boy. That's it. You playing too much. And Young Pharaoh, they drug Young Pharaoh. Young Pharaoh was gonna be the next young thing that came. But again, if you want to be into this spirituality, you want to talk about rituals, you want to talk about all this, you have to live, you have to breathe it, you have to do everything. Because when a Mason comes in and they come and infiltrate, they're going to know your vices, they're going to know everything. So if you smoke weed now and everything, I'm going to spike your fucking weed. They just gave him the wrong, they did it to me. They spiked his weed. And he hasn't become his true self, and that's what happened. I think Young Pharaoh was better than Nature Boy. I knew Young Pharaoh was so crazy. Young Pharaoh was happy that the CIA came, like the former CIA, head of CIA came to him. And he was like, oh my God, CIA, why are you happy? When he did that interview with that former CIA, the head of CIA, and the person that died, I knew game over was him. Then when he said, when he went and started speaking about the Jew, and he was supposed to speak to, Young Pharaoh was going to make it. Like he was going to speak to the Republicans, because he was about draining the swamp and shit. Young Pharaoh was about that deep state. Some of that shit that he's saying, y'all think he's crazy. He's telling the truth. But now it's like he's so jumbled with that MK Ultra. They MK Ultra'd him. You don't even know that's him no more. Now Young Pharaoh is walking around with no house, no home, something like this. But it's like he don't have his mind. That was gonna be the next leader. They got him real quick. Why? They knew his weaknesses: women, threesomes, and he liked threesomes. He liked poly. So they just put women in, they infiltrated them with the women and weed. And they gave them mushrooms. That's what happened to Young Pharaoh. But they infiltrated Bobby too. And I guess with me, I'm just going to be a party of one, I think. One person. I'm not going to be a party of people. I'm supposed to have a protector. That's it. I'm not, I mean, God has kept me by myself for a reason. Nobody can infiltrate this. Also, if I live what I am, what can you do? I mean, trust me. They sent men. Oh, they sent many men. They sent the weed. I got spiked with weed. But I think I was supposed to be spiked. Because if I didn't have that spiked weed, I wouldn't have heard the spirit of Beyonce. So I had to have that spiked weed. That spiked weed had to happen. But I did have spiked weed. They did try to send men. Man, they tried, bro. They tried. They smoked screens. They sent a lot of shit. And people don't believe it, but that shit is real. That shit is real. So I think that's good on Bobby. He can be healed. It's just he just can't speak right now. So I'm about to give a few minutes and then I'm gonna switch over to X so I can do I got something to do real quick. So I'll be back on X.